Okay, so we're going to do a video all about my makeup. Also, I realized that I was wearing this shirt in the last video that I did, so that's really creepy. Okay, so over on that armoire is just my mess, literal mess of everything that I put on this face. So I'm going to carry this over so that you guys can see it, and then we're going to start getting into details. So, yep, it's a disaster. Oh, look. That's my underpants. Okay. It's just covered with palettes and my collection of baby lips and eyeshadows and brushes, and it's a mess. But it's an organized mess. Also, Logan is totally judging me from downstairs. So if you can hear him, he's just doing his video game stuff, so ignore him. Okay, so I'm basically gonna go in order. Can we talk about, wait, hold on. Can we talk about how red my eyes are right now? Alright. Also, it's pretty much worn off, but I did this awesome combination of my Naked Basics palette and Walking on Eggshells by Wet n Wild, which, like, I'd heard all my makeup gurus talk about. And so I finally caved because all the Wet n Wild stuff was like 40 off at the local drugstore, so I bought some. And I really like it because it gives the shimmeriness that a lot of the Naked palette has, that the Naked Basics is mostly matte stuff. So mixed together, I kind of get the look of a Naked Basics palette, and it's awesome. Also, I'm sorry, my hair is a disaster. Alright, so starting with face. Foundations. I was originally using, hold on. So I started out with I love Revlon Color Stay, and I started with the shade 200 Nude, and my face looked orange. I looked like an Oompa Loompa. So then I went to the 150 Buff, too light. So I've started just basically mixing these two together, and it's a pretty good shade. I mean, I've got some smudges going on, and it's pretty much stayed on all day, which I'm impressed by. I do have, I keep trying the Ripped foundation, but I can't figure out how to use it. Like, it's too sheer. I'm wondering if that'll change in the summer, but for now, I like the just full Color Stay. I use the oily ones, the ones for oily skin, just because they work better for me. So I don't know about anybody else, but Revlon Color Stay is my like dream foundation. So if anyone's looking for a good foundation, that's it. And it's funny. It's very funny. And Morgan is going to laugh if she watches this. Because like 2 months ago, I was like, my face is broken out. What's a good concealer? And she was like, oh, if you know what you're doing with foundation, you don't need a concealer. And I was like, no. So I went out and spent the frickin' $40 on the Makeup Forever concealer. And then I learned how to properly do my foundation, and I haven't really touched the Makeup Forever foundation or concealer. I really only ever use that when I have like some major spots on my face. So Morgan knows what she's talking about. I don't know why I ever doubted her. Okay. So next I'm going to show you my powder collection. So these are my three go-tos. The Bare Minerals one that I got like 2 years ago because somebody was like, oh, Bare Minerals was the best thing ever, and it's really not. But I like it for if my foundation's a little bit too light, since I do blend the two together. This will add a good amount of color if I need it. This was actually a sample of a Bare Minerals foundation, but I find that it works better like than the one that I bought. I don't know. Now the difference might be that this is, no, they're the same shade. I don't know. This one's in like a loose powder, and this one's kind of in like a cake formation. I find that this one shows up better. I don't know. And then I haven't used this yet, but I fangirl over Makeup by Ally on Facebook, YouTube. You should check out her videos. And she loves the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So I got this today, and I'm really excited to try it out. And I have this in Creamy Natural. So I'm excited to try that out on top of my foundations. So next we're going to do blushes. Okay, so let's talk about how for the longest time I didn't put anything on my face because I was like, oh, I'm red enough, whatever. And then suddenly I became obsessed with blushes. I don't know. So I have Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, which is supposed to be a really good dupe for NARS Orgasm Blush. And it's really pretty. It's just got like this mixed color, and it's just really, you can't even see that. It's just this really pretty sheer color. And then I have the Maybelline Dream Bouncy in Rose Petal, and it took me like 2 weeks to figure out how the fuck this stuff worked. Fun fact, it's a cream, it's not a powder. I was like, why does it press in? Why is it soft? I'm a dumbass. But it's really pretty once you figure out how to use it. And then in this gorgeous, gorgeous palette that I bought like a month ago, there are two wonderful blush shades, if I can get to them, which are La Vie en Rose. God, that was horrible. I'm so drunk. La Vie en Rose. And then Papa Don't Peach, which are these two. And I really like them, but they're really shiny and really pigmented, so I save them for when I'm doing something like, they're not really everyday wear. These, and then I have Wet n Wild in Mellow Wine, which I just bought, and I'm still kind of testing out. But I would say that these three, like the ones that are not in the, this thing, are more for everyday use, and these are more going out. While I have this open, I'm going to show you. It also came with the two bronzers, which I use pretty often, which are Sun Bunny Light and Exclusive Bronzer. And then it has a full size of the Shadow Insurance by Too Faced, which I have another box of, so I haven't even touched this one yet. And then the brush, which I haven't even tried really, and then a highlighter. So, and then the plethora of eyeshadow shades, which I really haven't even had a chance to really experiment with. I've really only used kind of the neutrals in this. I haven't had a chance to use most of the bright colors, but I'm hoping to have a chance to use those soon. Best like $30 I've ever spent in my life, because it was on sale on Sephora. Seriously, if you just repeatedly, like obsessively check the Sephora sales, you can get some good deals. Okay. I'm going to go to brushes next, and then I'll go to eyes and lips. Okay. As I'm sure you saw when I panned over all that stuff before, I have an ass load of brushes. But I'm going to do my most used ones for this. So I'm going to start with my foundation ones. And when I start with my foundation, I usually mix it together on the back of my hand. And then I use this guy, which is the small stippling brush from ELF, or ELF, which is Eyes, Lips, Face. And it's wonderful and fantastic and really needs cleaned. I'm sorry. And then once I've stippled everything all over my face, I usually go in with this guy, which is from Crown Brush, and it's just a small blending brush. And it's really good for getting like up near my nose or, you know, around my jawline. And so I use these two together when it comes to foundation. And also I'll use this one to touch up anything that I missed. And then this guy, which actually came with the Bare Minerals set that I got like 2 years ago. And it's just a full face brush. And I'll use that for powder with those, either the Bare Minerals one or I'm hoping with the Rimmel one that I just got. And I'm sorry the lights keep going out. I'm doing this on my laptop and it's not plugged in, so it keeps like sleeping. And then when I contour, I do, oh, I forgot one, shit. So I do my bronzer with this guy, which is also from Crown Brush, and it's just like basically like a flat top kabuki. It's really soft. And so I'll go in, you know, the fish face right there. And then when I use highlighter, I just use, it pretty much looks like this, but it's also from the Crown Brush set, and it's just a powder brush that I do along my nose and on my forehead, and then, you know, up right under my eyes. And then when I do blush, I use this guy who's slightly pink, which again, he's washed, from Sephora, and it's the Sephora Pro line. It was on sale, and it's great. It's really soft, and it just meshes with my cheeks really well. And then, hold on, I missed one. These four are my holy grails when it comes to doing my eyes. So this guy is from ELF, and it's just like a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'll use that to do the color packed on the lid. And then this guy is from my Crown Brush set, and I use that to get any color up near my eyebrows and to kind of blend with the lid color. This guy's also from the Crown Brush set. It's a crease brush. And then I also have crease brushes from, shit, I forget the line, but it's at CVS, and it's give me a second, I'll look it up after this. But they have a really nice crease brush set, and it's really good for doing the V on the outside of your eye, which I will talk about in a minute. And then, again, this guy's from ELF, and it's my eyeliner brush, and it's fantastic. I use it with my Naked Basics palette, Naked Basics palette, and I will go in the black, and then I will just pat it right along my top lash line, and it gives me a really nice, like, dark color along my lashes without having to worry about using a liner, because I don't have the steadiest hand, so if I use this, I can put it exactly where I want it, as opposed to using a liquid liner that kind of gets everywhere, especially with my hands. So, oh my god, I'm sorry. So these are my, like, if I were going on vacation, I couldn't live without these brushes. So, hold on. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear me or see this, but I have a piece of paper towel that's folded right here. So when I'm doing my stuff with my makeup, I tend to rub off any excess, or when I use my brush cleaning spray, I'll spray on and I'll clean it off on here, which is really nice because even though we have a bathroom close by now, when I was in my old apartment, I didn't want to always have to be repeatedly going to get paper towels. So keeping, like, kind of lining your station with them is really helpful. Okay, so Essence of Beauty is the line at CVS, and I don't know if you can see this, but it's supposed to be a crease brush, but it easily passes for a pencil brush, and it's really great for doing, I don't know if it's all worn off now, but I kind of do like a V on the outside of my eye with my darker shadows, and this is really great for doing that. So don't write off CVS brushes. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's good. Okay. So you guys saw my eyeshadow palette collection, and I had someone ask me if I would do just a quick eyeshadow tutorial, and I can. Ooh. So, let me actually grab. This is an Ulta eyeshadow quad that I got like 3 years ago, and this is what I was using. Oh god, it fell out. And this is what I was using. Oh god, there's eyeshadow everywhere. This is what I was using religiously for like 3 years. And then I caved and got the Naked Basics palette. And this is what I use religiously every day for natural eyes now. And obviously, oh god, the mic is like right there. I'm sorry, you guys are probably hearing this. So this is what I use now. And obviously I already have stuff on my eyes, so I can't really do like a makeup tutorial so much. But I can kind of show you guys what I would do if I was doing my makeup. So basically, like I said, I start with that. Hold on, let me grab the brushes. So I start with this wider, flat brush. And I take it, and I usually start with either WRS, which is Walk of Shame. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Or the Naked 2, which is that one. Sorry, everything's backwards because it's flipped on my laptop. And I will go in, and I will kind of just cover the entire eyelid with that until it's a solid, sorry, rewind. I start with an eyeshadow primer, and I use the Too Faced eyeshadow primer. I put that on, and while that's drying and kind of setting, I do my eyebrows, and then I go in with that color and I do just the whole lid. And then once that's set, I either take, if I want a darker color kind of on the inner eye, I'll take the same brush and go in like that. But if I don't, I will take the brush and grab the darker color that I want, and then you take it on the outside of the eye, and you always go from the outside of the eye to the inside of the eye. That's something I used to do backwards. I used to think, okay, it makes sense, you start in the middle and you go out. Where you put the color on first is going to be where it sticks the most, which makes sense. So you want it to be on the outside, and you want to bring it in so it kind of fades out to a lighter color. And then, so once you have your like several base colors, I usually take a bigger, like softer eyeshadow brush, and I pick a lighter color, and then I come up here and do kind of highlighting near my eyebrows. And then I would blend that in with the color on my lids. And you can either go with like a white or a lighter color. And you just want to be careful to kind of get it along your eyebrow line, especially if you draw in your eyebrows, because you don't want like powder up in your eyes. And then I usually take either my crease brush or my pointed pencil brush, and I take like a darker color, like either a brown or whatever, and I start from the outside and bring it in. And if you're doing your crease, you're going to start from the outside and bring it like halfway in your eye, and then you're going to go back and forth and kind of feather it in. Yeah. But if you're only doing the V, you're going to take that darker color, and you're going to want a more pointed brush, which I don't have right on hand right now, and you're going to bring it in a little bit, and then you're going to go from the bottom and kind of come in near your eye line, and then you're going to do the same kind of repeated motion in that V until it's blended in and it doesn't look so harsh. So that's really the tips I can give you for color. And then when you're doing, if you choose to do a powdered eyeliner, you take the color and then you take a flat brush like this, and you basically just come in and tap along the line right along your eyelashes. So that's what I do, and that's pretty much what I do, oops, every morning. And I'm usually done with my entire face in like a half an hour, which might seem like a lot, but if you figure that I'm doing full coverage concealer, eyebrows, eyeshadow, and lipstick, it's not bad. Like, I would say that my face and my eyes, like my eyeballs, like eyeshadow, take the most time. So then, now, I'm gonna show you my collection of lipstick, because I have to say I'm proud of it. And, because I don't think you guys need to see all of my palettes. Oh my god, this is 20 minutes long. I'm so sorry. Because, like, I have my Theodora palette, and I have my Naked Basics palette, and I have the Too Faced palette, and then I have, like, just little guys, like my Walking on Eggshells, and the Ulta one that's, like, on the floor right now. So, I don't think you guys need to see all the eyeshadows. For my eyebrows, I use a Rimmel pencil, which is like my favorite thing, and I use it in hazel. I had a Maybelline one in auburn because I was like, oh, I'm a redhead, that's what I want. And it was like a wax pencil, and it just, no. So I just use a regular Rimmel pencil, and then I spoolie out the color. So. I'm gonna get some lipsticks after I brush all the fucking makeup off my laptop. My laptop is beautiful. Okay. Hold on.
No. Oh my god, that dawn. Oh my god, that dawn.
Oh, also, I might have forgotten to tell you guys that I use brow gel because my eyebrows are like freaking caterpillars. So if I don't have something to kind of mat them down, they decide to do whatever the hell they want. So. Sorry, I'm missing some colors, but I'm missing some colors, but I'm not going to go get them because I'm lazy. But I'm going to give you guys the best example of my lipsticks that I can. So I keep them in this thing, which is like a drawer from a little 3-drawer like plastic thing that I got like 5 years ago. And I would say that my most used colors are... Oh, good, it is in here. Okay. And probably this way. Okay. So these are probably my most used colors, and they are a Revlon Lip Butter and Tutti Frutti. I'm gonna put these down, which is like this really gorgeous orange shade. It's like a corally orange, and it's one of my favorites, and it goes on really smooth, and it goes with everything, and I'm obsessed with it. And then there's a CoverGirl. I'm not sure what kind this is. It's the ones with the swatches at the bottom, and it's in Spellbound. And it's just this hot pink, gorgeous, like, hey, look at me, I have pink lips color, and it stays on really well. It has amazing staying power. And then my Revlon Color Burst, rest in peace. I don't know why they ever discontinued you, because you were the most amazing lipstick in the world. And it's a soft nude, which is literally, if you ask any makeup guru, they will tell you the best soft or nude lipstick in the world. And I bought this even before I started watching makeup tutorials. But it's just gorgeous, and it shows up really well, and it's soft, and it doesn't like stick. If you have chapped lips, it doesn't stick on them, and I love it. And then I also love how Revlon had this phase for a while where it quilted everything. I don't know what that was about. Oh my god, how were these in here before? And then my Rimmel Kate Moss Bright Red. Like, it's literally just called 10. Like, amazing dark red lipstick. It's the first red lipstick I bought, and I'm obsessed with it. I use it all the time. It's amazing. It doesn't smear. It doesn't stick. Favorite. And then the Urban Decay Super Saturated Lip Color Pencil that I got with the Theodora palette. Again, another amazingly saturated red, but this one shows up kind of glossy, whereas the Kate Moss one is very matte. So that's why I love, there's two separate red colors going on here. And those are my favorites. I have a lot of pinks and reds. Bless you!
Thank you.
Pinks and reds are probably my favorite, I guess. I have some... Thank you, Logan. I have some super, like, neutral, like, red, weird red things going on here, but yeah, I definitely tend to prefer corally reds and pinks. I don't really have a lot of matte colors or neutral colors. I have this one. Are you okay down there?
Yeah, I just have allergies. It's fine.
I have this one, which is the same brand, actually, as the coral one that I bought, like, last week. And they call it Sugared Almond. And it kind of comes out way too, like mid-1990s sparkly lip weirdness. So it's not my favorite. But that's probably the lightest shade I have. And then I also have... I know you're supposed to get rid of lipsticks after a while, but I have this ancient Chanel color that's cashmere, and it's like this lilac color. And, like, can you tell, like, the weird, like, lip shape it has? And I could not tell you what year this is from or how I got it, but it's pretty. I think I keep it because it's Chanel. I'm like, oh, I have a Chanel lipstick, so... I don't know. I tend to stick with Rimmel or Revlon. Or I guess Maybelline. I have a little bit of Maybelline. But yeah, it's like, it's usually Revlon or Rimmel. You know, the R's. So. Okay. So, yeah, I showed you guys my baby... Like, nobody's going to sit through a half an hour of this. I showed you guys my baby lips collection. I showed you guys all my makeup. I showed you guys a bunch of stuff. So, I'm going to try to do that thing where I can post it and tell you where it switches in the video. But if that doesn't work, then bless you for sitting through a half an hour of me talking about my... Alright. So, my two go-to... perfumes are Burberry Brit and Vera Wang Love Spell. Oh, no. Love Spell is the Love Struck. Love Struck. Love Spell is that crappy one from Victoria's Secret. No offense made if you like it. So that's me and my makeup. Okay, bye.